Greetings, peace, peace, peace. Let me speak about. I'm going to speak about myself, and then how like I've learned how even in my connections, how I was ego driven. You know how I saw just a lot of what was experienced was driven off ego, but at the same moment, I was still always in tune with my spiritual aspect of who I am. It's the evolution to that. And I feel that's what a lot of us need to start. Well, I'll speak on it. I'm not gonna tell what other people need to do because that's not even not none of my concern. Um, the world is really seeing now how a lot of stuff, whether you see from the spiritual perspective, and then the awakening is now from when people are going through their stages in life and they go through their awakening or some type of shakeup. And so it's like they're introduced to the spiritual aspect of life, seeing how, um, learning how to return to their roots and go through their spiritual perspective. And that's learning that, okay, I am a soul here going through these lessons. I am a soul experiencing this human experience, meaning that I am spirit, soul, before I like here experiencing a physical reality. So what's to say what is truly real? But it's to say that look at how, um, for instance, how the world has been programmed on relationships. For instance, I could say a lot of the ego that was driven by relationships is first the goal of being married or marriage. But then when it's like, okay, what's the goal and what's really the purpose in that? And so for me, I'll speak on myself, is that when I look at marriage or how I saw marriage, it's like, what is really a marriage? Like, what does that actually mean to people? But it's this and see, you see this idea. Let me show you how ego has ruined a lot. But it's actually, everything serves its purpose. Let me show you how ego itself has driven a lot of people to see this illusion or idea of what marriage is, or this, for instance, this is what I'll give my analogy. Okay, first, white and black, and it's in the sense of like what they wear. Then we know it's like the ring. Okay, what comes after that? The kids, or and then the big house, blah blah blah, stuff like that. It's no fucking way everybody's doing that. It's no way. No way. Man, I can go so into depth about this. It's like, yo, now you've seen a lot of people come into the spiritual aspect. Let me express to you what the spiritual aspect of what that actually a marriage, or the terminology I would use is union. A union, a marriage to me with myself is more like it's a marriage to myself, meaning that you're attracting someone that also are spiritually in tune. It's not to say they're gonna believe and have the same beliefs or whatever it is. No, you can be attracted, or certain things could unveil and you be attracted to someone because it's spirit led, or it's divine will. But from me, from what I saw what marriage is, and I see how the illusion behind it, like the ring, and I'm like, do people see the significance? Like, I had the first like it goes so much deeper. Like, do people see the like to the depths of what is it really love going into it? And that's what we're seeing. Like, it's so much stuff being exposed, man, about these false narratives, man, on what these things are. Instead of seeing it for what it is, I feel like a lot of us have, like, they come into this awakening, they're like, nah, mm-mm. And see, that's why I feel like when one is spirit led by spirit, by the divine, and that has to do with a surrenderance and trusting self. See, that's what a union within self is, I feel like, spiritually. Like union, when you come into union with someone, that means you first come into union with yourself. And union means like the balance between the divine and the divine feminine and masculine. And see, these are divine feminine traits and masculine traits that we have. And see, a lot of this, it can go much deeper. Like it happens, it's like we're even, for instance, if people have gotten into marriages, and this is from experience what I've saw, it's like, what is that marriage driven by? What actually fuels that? It's not to say people do not love each other. But when I'm seeing it from a spiritual perspective, does this person love themselves? Do they love themselves to know that they're already whole? See, this whole, I feel like it's not even a point of finger at religion, but when you see how that's my other half, you're already whole. You're already whole. You came in as this whole being. And so, yo, it's like the world is going through this major shift of realizing, and see there, and that's the awareness around spirituality. You know, spiritual practices. Learning that I am a soul here. In this flesh, in this human body. And so through time we are attracting people, and then we get to this level of awareness. You know, we are attracting ourselves through connections, through experiences with other people. And then you learn through spirituality to come in union with yourself first before you can attract someone of that same, you know, attribute or whatever. You know, spiritually, it's like levels. You're going through this awareness to learn, like, you know, I am whole. I am balanced. And see, it goes into depth, even learning about, you know, the chakras. It goes into depth of learning about, like, how spiritually we are connected to all things. So we can be attracting people from different cultures, different creeds. We could be attracting people, some may call them soulmates or whatever you want to call it. But you're attracting what you are at that moment. So when I see this perception of what marriage was, and I really see to the depths, it's like, yes, you have people that have had what some may say a successful marriage. You know, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. That's beautiful. Then you have some that's been married and know they're not happy. Because it's like we see this perception like marriage is not dependent on that other person. It's like, I want to be with you because I choose. That's my free will. But it's this perception and illusion on like, I need someone to be there. You know, I need me more than anything because there's a saying I always tell myself, I have to be with me the rest of my life. Meaning that someone could want to be with me. You know, that's their free will. Because they have free will to, in any moment, when people grow apart, they go their own way. And see, this, I don't know, man. Some moments I be feeling like and I share this stuff with y'all because it seems like a relationship type thing, but it's the relationship with myself. It's like I'm the captain of my own ship, in a way. And so when someone else comes along, I attract someone in a sense of like learning more about myself, meaning that my happiness is dependent on me. My happiness is an inside job. Loving me is the inside job. All those things are first valued. You know, my worth comes from within. This has come through lessons in life, through lessons with relationships, first beginning with the mother. And I learned that too. That's why when I see marriage and when I see like when people really are in union with someone or union with themselves, from my lens, you can really see like, okay, you can see the ego being portrayed, because it's like, is this person really there for the money? Is this person really there for whatever happens after that? So that's why I do not get confused about, like, it's a lot of what's being exposed and unveiling of, like, a lot of this stuff was not built on genuine truth, genuine love. And so now we're going to see people, I'm telling you, you doing the inner work and you focusing on yourself, it's worth it. That means you're going to attract what you are. You attract what you what's that saying I tell people? Well, I tell myself. You attract what is that? You attract what you judge until you no longer judge what you attract. So it's like, we feel like, when, for instance, like, we're judging people on how they live and whatever they do, and then soon enough we'll attract that, and then we'll realize, like, whoa, to some that get this self-awareness, it's like, whoa, I attracted this, because, you know, that's what spirituality is. It's like people mirror you. They mirror your darkest secrets. They mirror your internal conflict with yourself. And you bring it back to yourself, meaning that your relationship with you first is as it sets the tone for all connections and relationships. That's why we are co-creators of the Creator. We are sent here. That's what light workers or shadow workers are. You're both. For those that do the shadow work and you do the light work. You go look into yourself, and you go sit with yourself. Nobody else does that. You go sit with yourself, and then not only that, is when you're sitting with yourself, you're loving yourself, you're crying, you're releasing, you're doing all these things. And it seems like no one else is there, but truly, you part ways with people because you are chosen. You know what it is to go, to weather that storm. So even when you're going through that storm, you learn to, when you come out as that light, you learn to become the rainbow in someone else's storm. You become that light and that sunshine when someone else is going through their dark moments, through their storm. Because, some of us know what it is to go sit with ourselves through our own storm and then see the importance of how the Creator source is within us. Not some external thing. So that's what the ego is driven by. It's like these things that are external that has no value. And so that's what learning the spiritual practice of learning what spirituality really means. It's learning that it's honoring your soul, your purpose here, and learning who you are within, and learning what am I here to learn. I was sharing with a brother. I'm like, okay, you can say all these blah 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 blah, whatever it is, words to other people. We know hurt people hurt people. So when I say I see these marriages, I'm like, yo, I'm not one to judge, but I'm like, when you can really feel and sense, like, okay, is this really genuine love? Do these people really love? And love, for some, it's like, it's so easy for people just to give up. That means, what was it really love there from the beginning? Because how you gonna love me if you first don't love yourself? That's what the world is going through. We've learned to easily attach ourselves to external things, which isn't love. That's what I speak on. Those things aren't love. That's not what genuine love is. Because eventually those things that we receive, we eventually will let go of. Whether it be our children's, our mother, anything in life. And that's through a lot of, spiritual practices, whatever people do, through meditation for one, through creating, through learning through your own experience, through shadow work, light work, whatever people do, tarot, whatever people are led to. Everyone is serving their purpose. But it's like now people are seeing through the veil. The veil is lifted. And so it's like those that will see is the ones that see in the dark, meaning you seeing into yourself, meaning you're able to see and, what's to come and what's happening. So you're at peace because you are your light in your darkness. No one can ever dim that. So it's like when why are we shocked at this world and what's happening here? Some of us came for this purpose. Some of us came here to do the work, to do, I don't like the word work. Ew. Because so many people, it just triggers something. Ew. To do the service. Ashe. Gratitude. To do the service. Ooh, that word. Ugh. I feel like, what is it? Is it Latin or etymology of work? It's like worrying. Ugh. The service. And truthfully, we really came here to be of service to all. It's something so simple. And that's what the world has been shaken up purposefully. Because many have forgotten about what they let me tell you, as the ancients would say, you know nothing about love. You don't know what love is. Because you think love is this external things, these external things that's going to give you fulfillment. And it's not, and it won't ever will. You don't know what love is. Even no one is ever going to fulfill you. Until you know that fulfillment, you're already full. You're already whole. You pour into yourself, and then you go pour into others. And see, we're learning that. We're unlearning the ways of the world. And then now we're returning to the essence of who we are, to see the value in what the Creator sent us here to do. This is co-creation. We co-create with the mother and father to show that there's no separation in life. There's no such thing. In spirit, there is no separation. But what do you see the world thinking that all these titles about who people are, who they should be, and this color, that color, this wouldn't even be a masterpiece without everything here. Who was that sister? Is it Lauren Hill? Someone said that I may not be your favorite color in the crayon box, but one day you'll need me for your masterpiece. See, that's what we're here to do. You gotta stop. There's a human race, but at the same moment, you got those that are working towards to create this fear of separation, which is never gonna, it doesn't exist. Separation doesn't exist, no matter how apart you are from someone. Spirituality teaches that we're all connected through something. So, this is why, you seeing all these illusions falling, man. You seeing all this stuff shatter right before your eyes. All these things one has become attached to. And the more people become attached to the idea or to the illusion of what this world really is and not surrendering to change, honoring the divine feminine aspect, which is surrendering to the water. The divine feminine represents the darkness, the cycles of the moon, the cycles of life. Surrendering to that of ever changing. The divine feminine is not to be questioned because it's ever changing, ever moving, ever evolving, everlasting, infinite. The masculine is like that of the lights for us to see, the conclusion of things or, the logic. But they're dancing together, my love. They're dancing, they're intertwined, they're dancing together. And so I can see how a lot of people can suffer during these moments because they're unaware of what spirituality to the depths, what it really means and what it is, and knowing that we come from something more greater than what we experience here. Man has shown you I can give you all these things, create all these things, but They wasn't created. He was created for that purpose. Man was created for that purpose. Just for people to be in this illusion. And then you have those that come to remind people, to shake shit up, to remind you, like, look, of your essence. They didn't come to attack you. You know, we come to show you that you are not bigger than Source. You are not bigger than the Creator. You're not bigger than the Most High. No one is. But yet, through your actions, man now is up under a curse. The Americas. Because indigenous people, people of this land and all over the world, they knew that certain places were sacred. And what did man do? He built on top of it. He did certain things that he knew he wasn't supposed to do. He did not honor. He did not honor and respect. And so what has happened? The Most High now is bringing upon judgment. That's what spirituality is about, people. Truth, justice, and harmony. Divine justice, not the justice that you think what it is. Even it doesn't matter what color people are. Divine justice is upon everyone. And some people you cannot simply touch, speak on, or do things to, because guess what? My love, beloved one, they are here to bring forth the judgment. And these people know around the world, these are not your leaders. They are not spirit-led. They want to keep you blind and bound. That law, no one is above universal law or cosmic law. You know. So it doesn't, just sit back and observe. They know. They know they're digging themselves a hole. They're going to take themselves out. They know who they are. They're going to remove themselves and want to take as many people with them. But guess what? That's not going to stop the sun from shining, my people. The moon from glowing, my people. The water from running. The kids from smiling. The birds from chirping. The butterfly from blossoming. And everything. That's not going to stop anything. So you should be celebrating and embracing the change. See, man, people, you have been fooled. And assuming that there's nothing after this. What does man know? Man knows nothing. 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 Doesn't matter how much they watch, what they do, how much anyone monitors and whatever. The Creator, that's not going to stop from those that are sent here to do what they're called to do. People are going to have to move the fuck around. They're going to have to move out of the way. Some people will join. Some people will offer services, because the truth of it is, this whole thing is written. And the beautiful thing about it is, it's our moment to reign. We reign supreme now. And they know that. And those that have been blinded, your whole history, his story, and what you've learned has been a lie. Has not been truth. And so that's why people, you're being exposed to stuff that was never built or in truth. Because it's been hidden, but hidden in plain sight. But at the same moment, you're looking at royalty. Some people you realize that's on the street, they are royalty. They will be risen up. They're rising now like the phoenix. The same thing that was sent to destroy us and created for that purpose. Now we are the ones that will rise from the ashes. And nothing can destroy a phoenix, my love. Nothing. Nothing or no one. You can only get burned. You can only get burned and engulfed in the flames. So you're seeing the unveiling of the divine rising. And as the divine rise, the divine feminine, the masculine will rise. And this has nothing to do with sex or intimacy or anything to do with male or female. It's nothing. Man has persuaded y'all of this. And now people that know you're seeing through the fucking illusions. Come on, man. People, human, whatever you want to call yourself. Come on. Oh, this ain't, let me tell you, this ain't given from no... You're greater than this. You're stardust. You created. You come from something greater than man can even put a title on you. Your kids too. You have gifts, not talents. And talent, some people don't even know that. That's a terminology that comes from old times, like talents or something that was given. You have gifts. I'm here to let you know you have gifts. And we command, I command, that things move swiftly. And when things happen in the spirit, it's not gonna happen just rapidly in the physical. I had to remind myself today, I saw a memory that says you do not receive your fruit in the same season you planted your seeds. So be patient, my love. That's what the divine feminine is all about. Is be patient. The creator, the source, the most high, all in one. They are working behind, things are happening behind the scenes. This is a spiritual warfare. And you know who you are. So, you know, the distractions will come. But you got to know, man, you are the light. And know that you are untouchable. Know that you are here for a purpose greater. We are all a part of something so divine and grand. I'll say grand. All this is in the grand scheme of everything. I love you infinitely. Prepare yourself. And the Most High, the Creator, is preparing a table. Preparing the table right before your enemies. And there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. Distractions. Nothing is distracting you but you. You're not in your way. You're in your way, yes. But nobody, you're not even it. It's all happening accordingly to the divine will. Man knows this. That's why these lands, you be still in this moment. You know who you are. Be still, sit still. Because there's things that's happening. It's being wiped out. Things are being removed. Certain things are coming to surface. And breathe through it. Because I know a lot of stuff that has happened with us. It's not gonna sound pleasant to our ears. But our heart, have a light heart. Because not everyone will. You'll know when to move. You'll know when your moment is called. You'll hear a voice. You'll know when to move. You won't hesitate. Just prepare. Just as the Most High, the Creator, is preparing the table in the presence of your enemies. The same people that may have come against you, not knowing how great and divinely guided and protected you are. But they know now. They know now that some people you cannot touch, some people you cannot speak on. And this is it's not about fear. It's about divine justice that's at hand. So forgive, and forgive. Love yourself. Walk in your truth and knowing that allegiance and the ancestors that run through your veins are with you in every step. Because if they cannot beat you, eventually they will try to join you. Peace and blessings. Take care of yourself. Be you for you. Tap in.